It's all about strategy. Individual players are about the same as far as raw talent goes. It's about utilizing these mechanics that are not replicable, notably global mobility. You can't outmaneuver someone that can teleport around the map when you can't.
Hey, Io is a great hero. The regeneration combination between Trian as well as Io is another one of those great things. Even better now with the changes to Io, so you can living armor a max Io, and you know you're still going to be giving the life over to Ace. I was wondering if they'd switch the lanes out just because of that, so you can run this Luna and Io in the off lane. One of the men I remember did this very early on the piece was an Alliance, and he's here as their coach, Loda, who was always like, you know what, I love this Luna off lane. We're going to do this every time. Arcade, come with me with the Io.
All right, it's not that old school, Toby. What
It's
do
not
you,
that
it's
old
like
school.
TI2. What are you talking about?
That's old school, man. That's you know how long ago that was?
The lane to watch is going to be mid, okay? Because it's Lone Druid versus Ember, which I believe is a strongly Lone Druid favored matchup, unless Nip can get active. But you know, the downside of the support duo, if you look at it, no real rotating power, and in addition, very low damage output. If you're able to initiate as Liquid onto one of these NIP cores, notably the Ember or Luna, how does Nip actually like win a fight? Like, where's their DPS come from? Liquid's heroes are so tanky and they have so much sustain.
Here's the question too later on, like, how do you initiate? PPD needs to work with trees. Miracle's doing a pretty damn good job with its Quelling Blade, removing tree after tree after tree on the bottom lane. So PPD can't even get close. But there's also the other cute little thing that can come from Liquid later on, which is mind control. He changes up with his axes if he can get the consumable Aghanim Scepter. When the axes return, you can throw them again instantly. It's better tree clearance. Like, that's maybe what we need for the TI Compendium, is like, how many trees were destroyed this week? Everyone get together. And it's not just Timbersaw, it's Beastmaster who could do it now.
I mean, that sounds great and everything, Toby, but I don't think that deforestation is going to be the method Liquid utilized to win this game.
to stop PPD from having any kind of presence, you may consider it, but it's a lot later into the game.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Mid still though. That's again where I want to watch, because once you get these orbs up, that's when the danger starts for the Ember Spirit. You've got no Orb of Venom yet and no Blightstone, but if Batupaman picks up both of those, you start right-clicking Fada, and he actually just can't stay in lane anymore. Nice fear.
He actually has both Orb of Venom and Blightstone coming on the courier.
Yep, that's when it gets scary, because now Fada, like, you take that extra auto attack every time because of the slow, and you've got 2 enemy units hitting you now with 1 armor instead of 3. It's like a 10% damage increase. Actually, it's more like 12%. And it's tough because, once again, when you play with an Ember, you want to be able to get active. You want someone to be able to play and gank your lane, especially against a hero like Lone Druid, but that just is not possible. So Nip is going to try and just kind of play static in these lanes.
Yeah.
But you look at Liquid's lineup, it's like the panel was saying, it's Beastmaster, Lone Druid, Shen. They're not fooling this game, and they can look to add so much pressure onto the map is ready to fight.
Fada's just taking so much damage early on. Nice DD on the bear is able to help that happen. This bottom lane has just been almost hilarious in a way. PPD is now taking the creep wave with the Iron Shell because 33 has run out of consumables, and he'll need to TP out sometime soon.
But this benefits Troll. Like, this means that, one, Kuro is playing the Chen, of course, so he's perfectly fine roaming around. You know, he'll leave this lane as soon as possible, and Miracle gets solo XP and total free farm under tower bottom. In addition, he's farming the hard camp every spawn with the pull, so he's actually still 500 net worth ahead of Darkseer. Like, this is very, very not good for NIP if the game continues in this state.
Yeah. Unless NIP can pressure somewhere else. And they do have that option once Io as well as Luna are at the point where they are looking to really fight.
But dude, look at
it
mid.
Still takes a while, right? It takes time for them to come online.
Indeed. I'm just so scared for Fada. He has no support help, whereas you have Chen Earthshaker on the other side. You can constantly move around the map as Liquid, and like you're going to just
look at Kuro. He's
threaten him
going
at
for
all
the courier
times.
snipe. In towards mid. Oh, hang on. Hey. Okay, I guess he didn't see it coming. Didn't have an observer ward down.
He can't kill. It's flying, Toby.
Yes.
He's got 56 damage.
Well, the courier's going to go for round 2. He'll fly right.
He can't kill. It's not happening.
Drop it by 50%, that's all, with 2 attacks.
Yeah, he gets the Golem, though. I love when Kuro does this. So now he's got the 1 stun, and he can just retake over a creep when he goes to look to gank mid, and you have 3 stuns.
They're really going after Miracle on bottom lane. Like, they started off with some early Iron Shell damage. PPD was able to get the root off, and they come underneath the tower, and Miracle will burn down to 33's Iron Shell. And they realize this with the Courier, like, okay, Kuro attacked it, but they also know that Kuro is nowhere near bottom lane. So they just attack in.
Look mid. Fada, unfortunately, not getting the haste rune top. They will kill mind control up top. There's a level 5 Matumba Man Bear.
Stun 1, stun 2, stun 3, Sleight of Fist, able to dodge 1, but then the Root Entangle is up, and Ember Spirit's having a hard time getting away, even stealing one of the melee creeps to bring that extra damage in.
Yep.
But GH will find the kill onto the mid Fada.
Yep, so they do lose Miracle, of course, but this is the problem with the Ember, right? You fall behind, it's a snowballer, and now you're in a position where Liquid can just consistently bring more heroes to the mid lane, and nothing NiP does matches this because they don't have that offensive capability like the Liquid support duo does.
Oh, GH still wants to fight, has the haste rune running forward towards Fada. PPD is sitting right behind them. They want to try and keep this tier 1 tower alive if possible, and let the living armor bring it back to life, but it's impossible unless they bring more players, and that's what they're doing. IO is going to arrive. The tower is low, they start on GH at the same time. The stun control onto Fada is so good. They look for the tree. Quick living armor, dispelled instantly. Kuro, he's dropping down low. That tower damage is actually really, really high, bringing Kuro to 88 HP, and they're able to keep the tier 1 tower up.
But more importantly, Liquid is also keeping it out of deny range by just 2 HP, so it means they'll be able to return when desired. I like this, though. They apply the pressure, force NiP to come defensively, but even though they rotate, like, Soxa just serves as a buffer to get Liquid off the objective. There's no turnaround potential.
They're going on to Ace. Quick stun, fissure block, doesn't actually block up Ace. In fact, Soxa connecting them together. Ace gets the extra living armor and wants the damage into mind control. Able to pump out a fair chunk of it.
Oh, they do get the deny, man. It looks like Matumba Man hit it once, and then now it's denied, which is unfortunate because, of course, that will give 0 gold to the side of Liquid, but a pre-6-minute tier 1 mid, you probably take that anyway.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't try and keep it alive just because PPD, but then again, he committed the armor to keep the Lunar alive up on top, and maybe that's when the mid-tower was on
It's catapult, it's a lone Druid. It's just, you know that an Ember Spirit alone can't stop him, so unless you want to keep the Treant standing on the mid-tower, it's better to just get rid of the gold, take it off the map. And Liquid, you know, it's a momentum lineup, so anything you can do to slow down the pace of the team as a whole is a big benefit for the side of NIP.
Denying the money stops that momentum, or slows it.
Yeah, and it's, I was curious, we were talking about before the game, what items will 3-3 go for? Oh, it's not going to kill. Because Helm of the Dominator's got a 300 recipe now, and there were slight nerfs to Greaves. So I was thinking that it could be, I would love to see, maybe not this game because you don't have like a follow-up stun like an Earth Spirit or a Lion, but I think the Blink Dark Seer, like second, third item is going to come back at some point. And in this game, it looks like he'll be going for the Vanguard Crimson, which is perfect when you consider you're playing against Beast, Troll, and Chen. Like, there's so much block we'll be able to do for you, plus of the way it scales with tree armor.
Oh, we actually got the Entangle onto Fada, so the chain stuns just continue. Fada needs help, and Soxa cannot give it in time. That is just so unfortunate.
Yeah, it was really, again, just great play from Liquid. They gather their 2 supports, even though they're both only level 3. It doesn't matter. You're playing around this unkillable Matumba Man Lone Druid who's already got the Mask of Madness up on the bear. Level 7 too. Is this going to be doing a bajillion damage on this tier 2 tower? They've already used Glyph as well. 33
is going to burn up the shrine to then come into this mid lane to try and fight. Matumba Man's bear is dropping low. But GH has a fissure ready to rock. Just in case NIP do engage, and with 4 heroes in the mid, they were maybe hoping for something.
But how do you make it happen, Toby? You don't even have level 6 on Fada. In fact, he's barely level 5.
Yeah, what is your initiation?
And more importantly, who's playing with 3-3, right? Like, you want to have this partner that can get aggressive, and I keep bringing this up, but there's nothing NiP can do to actually find kills themselves unless Liquid overstep.
Yeah, it was meant to be the tree. But that won't happen, and they need to protect these stacks that are underneath the Observer Ward. This is getting scouted out. Kuro's moving up. GH is moving up. Yeah, they'll steal what they can, and Matumba could potentially farm up the entire thing as well.
Yeah, this is looking real good for Liquid. Because keep in mind, Miracle, yeah, he died once, right? But he's been free farming bottom, and he's got 2 levels now already on 3-3. And even with the Vanguard, there's nothing you can do to stand toe-to-toe against a troll with this level of farm. Mid-tower, dead. Wow.
Yeah. They can't stop it. Fada's got no wave clear.
Well, they're going to keep going.
The top lane, they're looking for a kill over a Mind Control. Treant actually gets stunned up by the neutral. And Mind Control, oh, they actually push Tree down with the Centaur.
Look at mid, though. Toby.
Yeah.
Toby.
They're taking tier 3.
It's 8 minutes in.
Who's defending?
There's no Glyph. It's not Fada. He's not level 6.
Anybody? We're making a phone in. We would like to hire a mercenary to protect the NIP base.
Help!
33 is going to arrive. He's going to get stunned the back line. Say, hey, look at me, attack me. Like, trying to just wave a red flag at the Team Liquid ball. Kuro will TP out. They take the tier 3 tower so early on. Now we come in with the Eclipse, looking for the kill onto GH. You get one quick stun out, but that won't save his life. PPD punches him down.
It's 200 gold, Toby. He's level 4.
Yeah, hey, what was it you're saying? Slow down the momentum of Team Liquid.
Yeah,
we denied the mid-tier 1 tower, but yeah, something else happened in mid.
This is, yeah, there's not really much to count on this. Nip still can't play Dota because their Ember Spirit has yet to really enter the video game. He's finally level 6 and Fada can look to move, but I can't even really blame him. Liquid just sat in his lane with stuns and a lone Druid and said, hey, what's up? Fada's just watching and his base is dying. Like, that's... I mean, I love the decision, right? Because you have MC like dueling top, Miracle dueling bottom, and instead of what I feel like a weaker team might do, where Liquid kill the tier 2, like, all right, let's rotate top now. They just say, all right, we'll force them back first. Who cares if GH dies? Now they're set up top. Matumba's
positioning, he's just far enough up. He's forcing PPD to move away from the trees, jump in forward, relocates on the way as well. Ace has no Eclipse available. They just want to kill off Matuma. The Savage Roar, Fear pushing him further away. Ace wants to keep the chase going, another Lucent Beam, but Matumba, he's still got so much life, but they finally get through him just before Sakska takes him back with the relocate. So the top is defended. PPD's not done just yet. He's looking at Kuro just walking on top of him in the tree line, trying to burn him down with the Iron Shell. And Kuro's having a hard time walking it off. He's unable to do so. So 33 is awarded the kill, and they defend the top lane, but Miracle is still having fun on bottom.
Oh, it's a minor thing, by the way, but I wanted to make sure to bring it up. Kuro had a wolf creep for that entire tier 3 push mid earlier. He's done a great job. You saw, even though his core dies, that was a great Minotaur stun on the reload. He's playing a great Chen so far, and I feel like that's the new Chen specifically. A lot is going to come down to how well these players select the right creeps, and that's a dead wisp.
Yeah, he's got 10, however, with the 14-1 charges, that may just be enough life to back up, but this bear is trying to chase it. The Wisp Spirits slowing it down, so it cannot keep up.
Yeah, but look bottom, though. Miracle already took that tier 1. He's beating on the tier 2. Again, no glyph. This is another dead tower for NIP.
Maybe they can keep it alive. Ace for now, with Sakska.
It's about the fact that, like, it will die. Miracle's not leaving this lane. And if you want to keep this tower alive, Nip, you still can't find kills. You need to stay here with these heroes. And Miracle is level 11. Luna's 7.
Yeah. Ace has had no space. Like, he's always having to share it with the IO anyway, and these rotate ganks. You throw down the Eclipse, and yeah, you got one. Now Raw's out on top. Ember Spirit, he can't afford to die like this. There's a third death of Fada.
He is currently... Fada's just not a Dota hero this game, and you can't really blame him. That was an impossible matchup, made even more so by excellent recognition of just the Liquid win condition, right? There was no triad on the Nip side that could possibly stand against Lone Druid and 2 supports. In fact, like the 4 heroes, the 5 heroes still wouldn't be able to find kills, and they need more time to come online. But like, what, a Vanguard Darkseer? Like, this is your strongest hero right now, along with this Luna.
33, it's going to commit the wall. He needs to back it back in. A double Searing Chains is good from Fada. Relocate also brings in Ace, and he's got the Eclipse already popping off, but they need a target to kill off. Matumba is the one up on the hillside. Use the illusions, and they can bring down the Lone Druid. GH with the Chainstones over on the IO. He just wants to get him out, and he's unable to do so. So they've lost an extra buff, but Fada needs to close the distance over on Kuro. Ace is there trying to do the same thing. Mind control behind him, but GH just these never-ending suns. Kuro actually walking back into the Darkseer wall. Will sacrifice himself, trying to create more space. And it was to be done on bottom lane.
Yep. Miracle was pushing, and they're just trying to ensure that they keep this tower alive. So PPD gets there early, still spamming armor on the tower, and Ace forced to teleport as well. Just, it's a level 7 Luna. The level disparity is more important than the net worth in this game. If you check out the scoreboard, you've got a level 12 Troll. He's level 12, and the only hero in spitting distance is the Darkseer, who's just now hit level 9. It's just not...
And look at him go for Roshan now. They know Eclipse is down, they know there's no overgrowth, they know there's no Darkseer wall.
And you've got a DD on the Troll.
That also helps. And he's also a Troll who's level 12.
Yeah, it's just standard. It's your point, right? Liquid's so good at this, where they're always applying pressure in multiple lanes. They take that fight top, and they lose it, sure, but they sacrifice as few players and pieces as possible. They still get a couple of bounty runes, and Miracle was getting so much space bottom. More importantly, the spells are used. Relocate down, Eclipse down. Yep. Now you can make a play for an objective. It's just simple Dota, but they're just playing the game as it needs to be done. Now you finish the shrine. You force Nip to fight you on their side of the map, cut your losses, rinse, repeat.
Yep. GH is moving down. The Dire Observer Ward's going to scout him out, so if PPD wants to go for it, maybe they can get something while the rest of Liquid are up on the northern side, and GH's movement is actually going to allow for that. Lucent Beam, not the greatest chaining of the stuns, but it will still be enough with the damage from Ace to get the kill. And my God, they needed that. But he put his Blink Dagger before death.
Dude, he had 2,600 gold. He could have bought it a while ago. He was just thinking, maybe I want an Axe first. Oh, they're going in. That's a Vanguard hero. You do not want to target 3-3.
Relocate's coming in as well. The Darkseer wall did come down. Mind Control's losing so much of his life. They back it back into it with the Sleight of Fist damage. Overgrowth from PPD, making sure that Matumba cannot get in too close. So they wanted to find that kill. They'll end up losing part of the Chen army, and more than likely the Chen, as Fada has this surge, just moving him closer towards Kuro. A little bit of extra armor coming in now with the Stolen but Miracle. He wants to move in, trying to avenge his fallen Chen.
Remnant in 1 second.
Up, down. Radiant's Courier also gets sniped as well in the back lines.
Oh, no, all things considered, not so bad. But
that's a sentry ward. That's one very, very revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah, battery.
Just trying to think, like, what does Liquid need to end this game? Like, they're gonna have HOD soon on the Chen. Both of their cores have currently queued up a Radiance. I actually think it's more likely Miracle buys one himself, but we'll see. And they will trade towers here, but it's a tier 2 for a tier 1. You can see the line drawn by GH. They want to just look to sweep the map once they force Nip back into this top tier 3 area.
I'm still wondering though, like it feels good that Liquid are ahead, but we started off this game talking about the power of IO, the power of this ability to move globally, which the Ember can do as well. Yeah, they're a long way behind, but the Luna is catching up in net worth. Can they actually just, if they can hold the high ground against Liquid?
You can, but it really relies upon a Liquid mistake. What big cooldowns is Liquid playing around? I mean, sure, there's Echo, Troll, whatever, but they don't need their big R buttons to win fights right now.
Yeah.
Nip do. You need Root, you need a big vac wall, and you need the Eclipse. Otherwise, you just don't have damage. So if Liquid can either sustain through or kite out these abilities, maybe even just let someone die to him and have them buy back, summon in by Chen, all of a sudden, there's no way to stop them anymore. And that's the opportunity for Liquid. Ooh, this is trouble for Ace.
Ace didn't fully see this coming because they smoked beforehand. Now the relocate. Ace has Eclipse available. They want to try and go onto Mind Control, but GH! It's a 3-man Echo Slam with a 2-man Fissure. Raw splitting up. They know they need to kill off Io if they're going to get this kill. He's got a lot of 1 charges available. The Eclipse has already killed off the Beastmaster. GH knows there's not enough in the tank. He's actually going to take him away, and Ember jumps away. This is that global maneuvering. NIP is a proper hit and run.
Yeah, and a lot of that's just because GH did not have level 8 before that engagement, so his stun lockdown was not nearly as much as you would expect, and the full squad was just not there yet. But Relo is down now, Eclipse as well. You got to be careful, NIP.
Yeah, with no Echo Slam, looking to jump into the back lines, looking for Lone Druid. Miracle is low too. They're already starting off. Ember, he's got to stop getting trapped, but there's your Darkseer back wall. Miracle, who can they bring down first? Who are they focusing on? They have Matumba and more isolated. The Chen stun actually stopping back Io as well as 33, but it won't matter. The damage dealers of NIP continue to move forward through Miracle. They've already gone through the Lone Druid, but can they go through Matumba again? The Aegis Immortal pops, supports nearby. The Fissure from GH. My God, he's a good player. He's already got the stun out and created enough space for Miracle to get some distance. The Sleight of Fist Chains Fada did not connect on Miracle. He got the neutrals instead, but that's still a huge win for NIP. They're showing they've got some teeth.
Oh, for sure. Their team fight damage output is solid. Liquid need that initial kill, or at least like that first target, right? You can see at the start of this fight, Matumba Man is targeted, thus he's not actually dealing damage in this engagement. The Fissure is simply to try and kite the damage back. A nice vac wall on 2 by 3-3, and the Crimson Guard pop. So now all of a sudden, Liquid's damage output disappears. They have GH for Magical, but he's got no ulti available. All 3 of their cores are solely right-click. So with Crimson Guard active, this is the window Nip wins fights. Plus you have a tree. And the cool thing is that I believe Crimson Guard's like block mechanic functions first. So if you Crimson Guard and then Living Armor on top of it, the instances of damage won't deal enough to actually remove the tree armor.
So you still get the heal out of it.
You're invincible while healing during the entire duration of those 2 abilities in sync. And it's just a really cool concept. Again, you know, I wrote off NIP when they lost tier 3 in 9 minutes, but it's just like, was it Purge was saying, you look at certain lineups NIP does, the weird Night Stalkers, It's just combos you don't expect, and you think it looks terrible, and then you watch them play, and it hits around 20 minutes, you're like, oh, this all makes sense.
Yeah, you still just look at that underlying power that that lineup can do, and you saw a great example of it, like that fight on bottom lane before the tier 1 tower. Like, they get the hit and run, they show that they can do the global, and this is like them showing they can fight, they can force Liquid to move in reaction.
And it's also that Liquid are taking these fights without their power spike. You look at Miracle, 3,000 gold. You look at Matumba Man, 3,000 gold. You look at PPD, he's dead. Sure, but right now, yeah, you're winning this game, Liquid, but your 2 big cores have not bought their next item. They're still functioning with the same inventory that they had to, like, take that initial tier 3, top tier 2. Like this, there's nothing new. So you want to hit that next power spike, get the second Roche, then look to fight. But they've handed away a lot of their advantage already. The Luna is now becoming a threat. He'll have his Manta in just a moment.
Are they both really going to go Radiance? I know you mentioned a couple of minutes ago they both have it queued up right now.
Yeah, he swapped on Miracle. That makes sense.
Okay, he just did. Okay,
and that's partly because if I'm not mistaken, Bear. The wall doesn't make illusions the bear, right? So you certainly don't want Radiance on a real hero. That would just give it away to 3-3.
Yeah. Manta is done over on the Luna. So the split push power gets stronger. Fada, the savage roll from Matumba. He actually takes the bounty rune from them. He may lose his bear for it, but no, of course not. GH is always there. Lands the fissure, and the bear walks away.
And that's going to be cool to watch, because remember, Wisp takes the move speed of the hero he's tethered to. So if you surge Luna, Wisp and the Luna, they're just moving at 718 MS. It's tough to lock them down when you consider Liquid Stunlock is 2
Going
heroes.
up to Mind Control. It's so dangerous to farm there. Mind Control just wanted a little bit more money. Can he actually go? Actually, with the Hand of God, he reaches the bounty rune, so he gets the money. Of course, at the same time, Fada's able to get himself a kill. And then they relocate back in. Already Miracle there waiting for him. Ace walks it off. But they knew there was no one else to support. The Beastmaster Hawk was watching.
And this is the game I expected Liquid to like. When you get a tier 3 that early, the pressure is off. You get Roche, you get the Shrines, you build the gold lead. This is what I like to see, where they just kind of took their foot off the gas just slightly, because you need a Radiance. Then you go make these huge plays.
Yeah. God, I was actually favoring NIP in this. I don't know how... Like, it's still 5K ahead. I don't know if those odds are actually the right way around, because they had NIP's logo on the left.
For the way it's working, if Liquid had continued to fight, I think Nip would have continued to win these engagements and skirmishes, just because they have so much damage reduction and AoE potential. If Liquid play this game, where they're just continuing to farm the map, they'll look for split-offs, and maybe Mind Control dies, sure, but the gold lead is still increasing, because the Lone Druid and the Troll are just farming so fast. This is more of going to favor them. It's just a question of, like, when do they actually take that big deciding team fight? And there's the Radiance, so perhaps it's about now.
There's the first part of Team Liquid. Pipe, however, is now done over on the Dark Seer. So Crimson and Pipe, they've got so many levels of shields from NIP. And the damage output from Ace is looking pretty damn good. It's not great on the Ember Spirit just yet. Like, he's got the Maelstrom, so that's nice, but he's still a he's a 7K net worth hero.
It's about the target selection, really, for Fada. If he's able to get Ion Shell, just goes deep. You can find GH, you can find Kuroki. These heroes can't do anything to stop him.
So just clean up the supports.
Yeah, and the Pipe Crimson, like, this is such a huge advantage. If you consider a 5-on-5 engagement, if 3-3 gets both of these items off, they represent, like, nearly 1,000 damage reduction. Like, you need to deal so much. Like, it's actually more than that, because so many auto attacks from Liquid are going to be reduced by what becomes effectively free Vanguard blocking for your entire team. So you still can't actually kill anyone on Nip. Just, man, it'll be interesting. I think that the Beastmaster Pipe will help equalize, but I'm just not sure if Nip can get that great fight now that Liquid are aware of how these engagements need to go for them to win them.
Well, NIP will have to have a plan. Right now, their plan is to keep the bottom lane pushed in. Roshan is what Liquid's already looking towards. He will respawn in 20 seconds' time. So we'll have that second Roshan available. But with the Manta style, it's so easy for Luna to push out the side lane and then just retreat. And that's what they've done with the IO. Team Liquid, they smoked up everyone. Every man and his pet is currently coming to the bottom lane, looking for Ace, looking for Saxa. And they haven't found him just yet. Now NIP coming out to the cover of their own smoke. Observers and sentries down. GH can be close enough to actually break it. And the push is coming in through top lane from Mind Control with the Matumba and Bear doing its work. Ember TP'd back. He left his spirit behind. So they'll get rid of the Observer and Sentry. So Liquid are losing. Okay, well, they got rid of the Observer, but that's enough. Liquid are losing that early, that vision advantage in the fight.
Oh, they're reloading top.
They want mind control. And they will be able to isolate him. Fada, Sleight of Fist steering chains on cooldown. He'll start with the Raw. Ace, he needs to get a stun off.
Chase forwards now.
Mind control. Have they actually got enough damage to kill him before the relocate is done? Meanwhile, on bottom lane, they're actually looking to start. The relocate setup is there. Mind control, he will finally get brought down by Fada and Ace, but on bottom lane, the Io was brought down. Is this a trade you were looking for as PPD continuously rooted, stunned, and wants to outrun any kind of vision they've got, and he's able to do so. Damn, that movement speed's good.
That's good. Well played by Nip. Well played by Liquid. As soon as you see the reload, you watch them just move forward. They have to ensure that they get a punish because mind control will eventually die. They continue to grow their gold lead, but still, that team fight potential of NIP, you can see, even the Liquid smoke, even though they know the Luna and the Wisp are right there behind the trees, they recognize we cannot walk into Nip.
He walked up the hill into a sentry ward under an invis rune, thought he was good, gets the kill to 33. The bottom tier 2 tower has been mopped up by Miracle in the meantime.
It's just fun to watch. It's like whenever it's a new patch.
Oh, Kuro. He's underneath the Dire Observer ward. 33 is wrapping around the back, puts down the wall. Kuro's like, well, okay, where do I go now? Can somebody pull him back in? No, he's looking for a denial onto the Ancients. It won't happen. Instead, they may even be able to find Miracle. PPD has been hovering around here, but underneath the sentry ward, Miracle knows.
Look at the creeps of Kuro. They're all in danger. All 5 of them. The family, no. Delta split?
Yep. We're going every which way. How much micro have I got? All right, I'll sacrifice these two. They're my unfavorables.
Yeah. He also saves his HOD creep, which is the one worth the healthy amount of gold. So you're all right with that.
Roshan's up.
But
look
at the gold disparity. It was 8K just a moment ago. Liquid take a tower, lose a couple heroes. It's now 4. And the big part of this is just Ace, because Luna, you start to peak at this point. He's running around at 500 MS. And you just immediately eat these creep waves. You can clean both sides of a jungle.
That's his butterfly as well, if he wants to sacrifice buyback.
You definitely just buy the item.
So all he's got to do is sell the Wraith Band.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You got this. You need to slide.
Yeah, he needs to slide. Pipe now done for the Beastmaster. So a little bit of extra kind of save against the Eclipse.
It's a bit too late, though. They would have wanted that for these mid-game fights. Now it's getting into the late game.
Like
the Eclipse is no longer the real damage output for the Luna. It's his real right-clicks, especially with the Butterfly
almost want like a level 3 Necrobooks against the tree until something.
And look at this. We got Illusion Rune and Butterfly complete. Ace is going to do so much damage in this engagement. Liquid need to finish this Roche fast and make a decision about whether they want to engage.
Yeah, they finished it fast. They got a Troll Warlord that was completely uncontested, so full fervor stack did his work. But they are still in repair mode. 33 is using his Iron Shell to continuously pressure in this bottom lane. The top lane gets pressured out by Fada, and he's getting much needed gold and experience in the top lane.
Credit to Fada. He started this game 0-3. He's now 4-3-5. And when you consider just how grim his game was, it's rather impressive. And once again, you brought up the global mobility, but the Wisp is preventing the Shrine loss on the side of Nip from actually mattering too much in this game because you can still play 2-3 and split the map. Usually if your Shrines go down this early, you know, you can't actually play the map well anymore because you're only able to teleport all the way back to your own base, but this enables Nip to just continuously play aggressive without sacrificing map control. So even though they've got these 2 heroes all the way up top, you still have your core Luna able to play so aggro and even threaten tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, he's threatening tier 1 mid. Like there's 2 illusions from the Manta style that almost killed off that mid tier 1 tower. It could be denied up, but NIP would be happy with that. That removes the ability to have that instant TP out towards Roshan. Obviously, they want the money. PPD also continues to be this walking ward issue when mind control cuts down the trees. Less places to hide.
And again, it just sort of feels like Liquid misread how far ahead they were, and a big part of that is because, once again, Nip did this weird... They didn't realize they couldn't do any damage, right? So they take a couple bad fights, and now their timing's lost. If they had hit HOD Chen, Pipe Beastmaster, Radiance, Lone Druid around 16, 17 minutes, I think this game just ends. But now we've got a real brawl just because Nip was able to extend this game by time to where now they're actually the ones that could have the significant teamfight advantage, really. They've maintained it for most of the game. MKB, is that Troll? Nice. It immediately counters the butterfly on Luna.
GH blink in, able to find the Echo Slam out. The Eclipse, however, from the Luna will cause a little bit of damage, but defensive heals him from GH allows him to survive a little bit longer. The fear, Luna wants to run away, but they keep him together. The mech charges, he's still got one charge available as well. Ace is just surviving through this. Now Ember's going to arrive. Luna will finally go down. Buyback's available. Ember wants to back out of this one. 33, thanks to the walls, caused a little bit of clogging for Team Liquid's movement forward, but they're waiting for the IO to relocate back in again. Luna is not buying back to join this one. A quick tether up. He's using the Darkseer illusions to get back up the hill and force them back into the wall, but he'll still go down. IO on the sideline, and now Matumbaman enters the mid lane. They need their creep wave, however. Okay, no, they don't need Jack.
You've got buyback on Luna, but with no glyph. I like this decision. You're losing one Rax no matter what. However, Liquid, I think you push for 2 here for sure, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They've got Aegis, they've got MKB. You have to buy back anyway.
Here's the buyback from the Luna.
Look
Smoke
at the
up
damage
from the back lines of NIP. Man, Liquid, they are just wrecking this Rax. Ace can't do anything in time. They are going to fully double Rax them underneath NIP. Varda's looking for that back line. He was hoping for a kill over on Kuro. A quick sleight of fist out. PPD can't get the punch down as Miracle. Remember, he's still got this Aegis, the Immortal. Kills off PPD. Looks for another target. He wants NIP to go on him and waste their ability. Waste any kind of big cooldowns they've got. And they're going for a third. 2 is not enough. They want more. 33 is running in. Savage Roll pushes him back. Miracle maybe a little bit too close. Remember that Aegis Immortal is going to pop anyway. It had a minute and a half left, but Matumban's Bear, it will also be killed off. Can they kill off Miracle again before he can get back down the ramp and away out of the NIP base? A Spirit Jump forward from Fada gets Searing Chains off. Another Savage Roll, creating more space and actually exiling 33 to the Wastelands, to the front line. But Suska, he needs to stick with him. PPD overgrows available. Doesn't catch out everyone. He needs to let it rip, but no, he can't. PPD finally, he'll get it off. The Fissure, they need to get this control. Another all round. Mind Control needs the space. 33 is using the illusions to do the work here and get the damage out. As everyone's back inside the base, Matumbaman, he's there underneath the racks. You get a double kill in from Miracle. They need to kill off this lone Druid. NIP, finally they're able to bring down the bed. It's the TH! He was inside the wall. He didn't get the jump forward like he wanted to, but Miracle, he's still strong. He's still standing on the front lines with that MKB just going to work. He's run back through the wall, and now the damage output from NIP is coming to fruition. A triple kill for Fada. They need a Son of Mind Control. They won't have it. They can get the kill into Kuro instead. And that's something they can most definitely claim. Their tier 4 towers are still copping a fair chunk of damage. NIP, they lost 2 full lanes of racks, but they're still in this game.
They're really only in this game because GH, the wall illusion hit him just before he blinked in, or he would have echoed on 3. And that probably ends the game right there. Nip, not much hope, but at least they've got a little bit. But you could see, like, Liquid, they suddenly had damage, right? You pipe your Crimson, who cares? A nice turnaround. Great discipline from Miracle as well. He held Manta that whole time to wait for this trio, but he had popped ult already and couldn't use it, but still thought it was cool that he held on to that for about 15 seconds. And you can just see, like, when Liquid wants to deal some damage, they're going to deal damage. And Matumbaman, he wasn't even in this fight. He was just trying to go complete the Megas. Ace is killed mid-tower, but unfortunately Roshan is just not an objective.
Yeah. Can't do it, and there's that one creep that attacks GH, spoils the party. And Miracle really would have, like, he would have mopped up. Totally would have mopped up.
And the vision as well. I mean, that's what started that whole fight. It was the ward on the tier 2 bottom shrine area. Again, that's the downside. When you go onto the Wisp Luna, there's no global mobility anymore. There's no shrine there. So NIP, they can't respond. By the time they do, it's too late. The Luna's dead. And not just that, but you've already used Crimson, you've used Pipe, you've used the Tree Armor. Like, there's nothing left. And Liquid kill your 2 racks in, what, 30 seconds?
All right, we get it, but not by the consumable. Mind Control finished up the Aghanim Scepter over on the Beastmaster. PPD's going to have a very hard time staying in close. Watch those actors fly out, they come back in, instantly back off cooldown. He can just spam this. It is 95 mana, but Mind Control can still spam and get rid of any kind of positioning for PPD. And the overgrowth, maybe I'm overstating it a little bit.
What if you refreshed your axes, right? You throw your axes, you refresh them, right?
You would have double-double. That's how we break the game. That's how you crash the server.
Halberd finished on 3-3. Like this item choice quite a bit because you can catch the troll before BKB or ult and potentially win a fight for your squad.
What's he going to do? Like, the Manta Star now needs to wait for, what, Tree ulti or something else?
Yeah, it's also cool because if you catch him in range for him, it'll actually deal the full disarm damage, or time, 5 seconds, even if he swaps back to melee.
Okay. Now, Team Liquid, they know they're in a good position with 2 lanes of Rax going in their favor, but they don't want to mess it up. Bottom lane's pushing in. They know it's NIP who are the ones feeling the pressure, and you can wait for next Roshan. He may respawn in 45 seconds.
Yeah, and it's good. You could see, like, the Liquid having made, but after chilling, getting all these core items up, I think now it's Nip that if Ace isn't able to just freely blast through the lines, and the buyback really hurts his progression, you've got an AC now on Matumba Man. You got the Radiant's mischance, of course, as well. But, Miracle's got a Satanic about to be completed along with the MKB Mjolnir. Like, these heroes are no joke anymore, and you also can't threaten them nearly as easily as they can threaten your cores because they're both so tanky innately. You're going to have, like, 3k health on Miracle. Might go for the BKB before Satanic. Wouldn't mind either way. They really just need that 5 seconds of an engagement to be able to kill that top Rax and finish this one off.
I thought they really want to try and find a fight in mid, but Team Liquid are not crossing the river. Roshan timer, it's a long one, almost the full 3 minutes. I suppose this buys time for Ace to farm up, and we can watch the buybacks if the timers can just tick out. Does Liquid really want to just wait around Roshan? Like, they have to claim some other objectives, like maybe some vision inside of the Dire jungle, like something close to them. NIP's already gone through there with observers and sentries.
I think this is enough. Crow's actually not going to drop the sentries. They'll miss that ward. I disagree. I think that all you need to do is wait for this Rosh. At this point, Liquid can only lose the game in the sense that they are in control. They can only lose it if they were to make some sort of error. Better to play overly conservative from this position and make sure that when you take this next big 5v5, you're either on a high ground or camped around the Rosh pit.
Yeah. I can get that, but I've also seen way too many games with Io and Luna where it's like I waited a little bit and I gave them time to farm up. I gave them time to put me in a position where I will potentially have to have a trade. Like the Lunar Illusions are pushing in through bottom. They're reaching the tier 3 tower.
But it's fine. You wait for this. You got Miracle with the BKB now. This is game time. You've got a glyph up, sure, but this is where Liquid could potentially just throw out a round of spells, force glyph. That next time they want to go base, Megas will fall.
Sentry on sentry.
And fighting in this area is also very grim for PPD. You can see if Mind Control starts spamming axes, you can effectively clear the trees in a huge box.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, you got a tree that can't play Dota. I guess it's not. That's more of a rectangle.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Oh, run forward. Fight initiation over on Miracle, dropping him down. Only 1/3 of his life, but they don't want to commit harder than this. They don't know where the rest of Team Liquid is. NIP are playing dark. They jump forward. Oh, Mind Control. He's able to get the roar up, but the support in. Here comes Ace. Turns on the Eclipse. Needs that extra damage. They want to kill off this Beastmaster. Another jump forward. Darkseer wall is down. They're still looking for the back lines. It's Farda. He's actually rooted up Kuro, so he's doing the work to kill off the back lines, while Miracle is still primary target. GH hits the Echo Slam in the back lines, and now Miracle goes to work. Turns on the damage. The Vet can't create enough space. PPD is the one to go down. 33 will surge away, looking to get a little bit more distance between him and the rest of the team, able to do so.
Look at the base!
He actually has more life, he needs more damage. The base is going down, Matumba's doing the work. He's actually winning this game solo at the moment. Mind Control, he feels like distraction. Have they got to relocate? They do, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Take him back, they have to be able to defend, because Matumba's taking the tier 4 tower, clean up the top lane of Rax, but can they kill him before? No, of course you can't. Savage Roar will send them back, and they know the IO is returning to them. Liquid, let's have a bear hug. And actually, he brings Ace with him. Ember Spirit will jump in as well. Saxon took so much damage at the start of this. He's still barely alive, and barely alive isn't alive enough. Miracle has the double kill. Ace will get the rebuttal into the Beastmaster, but is that really going to be worth it? If he can get out with his life, it will be. They've given him the living armor. He can turn it, try and fight and keep 33 alive. The back. Already the IO is back to the wall of the fighting Kuro, creating some distance. Miracle isolated. The BKB is up. Watch the base. They're still doing the work. This is why we got PIP. You've got Matumbaman beating into the Dire Ancient. He'll leave his bear there. They need the core hero. But Matumba's already left. He's going home.
Yeah, that was, and this is something I really respect about how Liquid play, where we could have seen them just fight top we could have seen them look to pursue a 5v5, but they still respect the teamfight potential of NIP, and they take this trade, which is effectively just a distraction. Matumbaman never has any intention of joining and just kills top racks in both towers. And that is a needed pickup. That is,
it's our
you
Rapier.
got to.
This is our day 1 second series Rapier.
And this game is not over. Check buyback status real fast. You still have none available on Liquid mind control specifically. And yeah, sure, you got none on Fada, none on Wisp, but that doesn't really matter.
There's no
you might be at a
fortification.
point, exactly, and you are at a point where you're probably strong enough as NIP to win a fight right now. So long as your base doesn't die, Matumbaman does have bots ready, you should potentially...
GHS Echo Slam in 1 second time, so it will be back up again. They're battling through the backdoor regeneration. Need the creep wave to come as well.
It's all Matumbaman. He actually pulled it away with his bear. And now it's also a tool he could utilize to teleport into the base, as his top wave is going to deactivate backdoor protection.
God, the bear is there still. The bear is still there. It's pulled the other one. They're beating in. They're beating on top of the bear. Fada is already here. He's going to get the relocate back. They tried to isolate Matumba. Was this actually the trap set by NIP? Trying to get Matumba to go for this solo. He does buy back, so we can try and find this one. The relocate's going to bring NIP back to the front lines. Those three still nearby.
And they have a creep wave that's only 15 seconds or so away. Very weird play from Matumbaman. You know relocate's available, and like Nip is battling through backdoor protection. It's not as if your throne was in danger, and now he's traded away his buyback. Nip, their only win condition right now is to slay the
heroes. Go for the heroes. The roar is out. Luna, she's dying so quickly. That Divine Rapier, they've got to keep it alive. PKP, a quick surge away. They've got the movement speed. 33 is dying quick as well, but they've got the Darkseer illusions doing its work. Now Ace turns on the Eclipse. They need to actually kill off something else. The bear is pretty damn big. Miracle moves back underneath the sentry ward. The sun's around, but Miracle levers damage, and here's GH, the icing on top of the liquid cake. They get the kill on the Luna. The Rapier is dropped. It's in the hands of the Troll Warlord, and GG is the call. Team Liquid, they hold fast against NIP's heavy amount of damage. We're playing all over that.